Hello, I am Sir Candleman, your candle curator, and I am so excited to be here today for Fragrance Day 2022 to share some amazing candles that I love, as well as candle care tips and tricks that you need to know to get the most out of your candles. So who am I, you might ask? Well, I was born in Zimbabwe and then I grew up in South Africa, and now I live in sunny Los Angeles, where I curate and review incredible luxury candles and share them with my audience online. And I never would have imagined the brick road of blessings that would come my way from diving into the world of fragrance, specifically learning about the artistry, the creativity, the passion, the storytelling that is behind so many amazing fragrances and brands around the world. So I'm going to share those with you, as well as my tips and tricks to take care of your candles. So grab a notepad, we have a lot to learn and a lot to do. Let's go. Before we get into the tips and tricks, it's important to remember that candle life is a commitment. It's really a journey from discovering candles and fragrances to buying them, where to put them in your home, how to use them, even how to repurpose them. So I'm going to go through all of that and share the candles along the way. So let's talk about discovering fragrance. I personally love a brand that has a story, is backed by a master perfumer, also looks gorgeous, is reusable, burns clean, because if I'm burning it in my home, it must be clean and must be nice. So one of those great brands actually is Mizensir. This is by master perfumer Alberto Morillas, a perfumer from Switzerland. And what I love about their candles is that it's master perfumery, truly, honestly. Even the packaging is gorgeous. This is their Palissandre des Indes. I think that's how you pronounce it. I need to up my French, but it has some Ceylon tea, some cinnamon, it's woodsy. It feels like one of those candles you would burn in a sacred space, like a meditation candle. Something to take you away and give you that respite from the crazy, busy world that we live. I am such a fan and I encourage everyone to check out Mizensir. Another brand I love is Voluspa. Everyone loves this brand online, where I share my favorite candles, and I have one right here. It is massive. This is 5 wicks. It's as big as my torso, but this is the Santal Vanille. What I love about Voluspa is the incredible reusable vessels. There's some artwork on here, California, story of the founders, and really making fragrances that transport you to another world. This is a whole 5 wicks. I've been waiting to burn it just for Fragrance Day, so we're gonna light it today in a little bit, but it's really, really gorgeous. This is Santal, a little bit of oud, I think bourbon in here. Yep. French vanilla oud Santal. Listen, I am becoming a fragrance aficionado, and it has a coconut blend. It's really, really delicious, and I can't wait to light it. So we spoke about discovering candles. Next is, let's light those babies right up. Before you light your candle, there's one thing that you have to do every single time. So many people skip this step. Makes me mad, but today we are learning. And that is tip number 1, you need to trim your wick. I'll grab my Mizensir, and I like to have a wick trimmer. You can use anything, but get a nice cute wick trimmer for your home. Something pretty, something bougie, something fun. We trim that to a 1/4 inch and then we light it. Why do we trim to a 1/4 inch? Some may ask. The reason is you don't want your flame to be too big, because if it's too big, then it lights at a high temperature that's not too great for the wax, but also creates soot and smoke in your home. So always trim it even when you're relighting your candle. And boom. Let me light this Voluspa as well. It's lit, you can see the nice glow. It's looking good, it's looking great. This is where you sit back and enjoy the aroma wash over you, transport yourself to another land, have a good time. You can either have something fresh and zesty, or something cool and relaxing, or something just to help you get along with the day as you're cleaning and having a fun time at home. Back to the candle commitment, and when you're enjoying your candles, another level of joy is having candles that have interesting, unique scents. And I love brands that do that. One of those is Adage. This brand is all about incredibly unique fragrances made from essential oils, but the handmade love is what they're known for. And one of their candles, which is this one, is Great Plains. And these are all candles about American landscapes. And this one specifically is a green, meadowy fragrance of tall grasses and prairie flowers, cedar leaves, herbs, and leather notes. And I've personally never really come across too many leather and kind of green candles, like a mossy plus leather. You normally get a mossy and woodsy. Ooh, one, that smells exquisite. I would imagine that to be if I was in the countryside on a horse with like a lot of leather clothes on, which makes no sense, but that's what I imagine. It's like luxury outdoors. This smells really nice. And this vessel is so gorgeous too with the embossing over here. So I encourage you to get candles that are also unique so that you can have them in different spaces in your home and bring you joy. Source Adage is a brand to watch. Now on to tip number 2. So tip 1 was all about trimming the wick so that you don't have a crazy flame. You don't want that. And also you don't have a sooty burning experience and for your vessel. Tip 2 is all about making sure that you burn your candle long enough so that the full melt pool on the top of the candle is melted. If you don't do that, your candle will start to burn inwards internally and create a little tunnel, which means you'll waste so much wax for your candle. There are tips and tricks to fix it, but we'll just prevent that by trimming a wick and make sure we burn it long enough. I have a Mizensir candle that I've been burning today, and it's melted all the way to the edges. You can maybe see that. That's what you want, so that when you burn it again, it burns evenly all the way and you are not wasting a drop of that good old wax. So we're experiencing our candles. They're bringing us joy. The aromas are filling the space. There's another thing you can do to elevate the joy that you get from candles. That's using them as decor. Because it's your home, it's your space, you can make it magical. So I like to go for vessels that look really beautiful, but also are additive to the home. One of those brands that is incredible because everything is handcrafted is Wickers Creek. This is a candle from Hudson Valley. This is called Sacred Ember. But what I love about it, outside of the fragrance, which is gorgeous, is how beautiful and handmade this vessel is. There's a lot of detail on the sides. There's a little bit over here. And it's the kind of candle that you want to have in your place and you want people to see when they walk in. What's in here? This smells delicious. This is smoky copal, sweet orris, aged wood, a little bit of leather in there. It smells like a warm hug with friends by the campfire. This is gorgeous from a smelling perspective, but it's also gorgeous as decor. I'm gonna put this right here. That looks great. The last tip is all about how to best extinguish your candle. I see some of y'all out there like to blow out your candles, which is fine, but maybe don't do that extra smoke. We don't want that. Do something elegant and nice and elevate your space. I like to either use a candle snuffer or a wick dipper. And what are those, you might ask? Well, I have 2 right here. One is a candle snuffer. You can tell mine has been used a lot. We like to use things in this household. And 2 is a wick dipper right here. Either or works. The candle snuffer goes on top and you extinguish the flame. The wick dipper you dip in, but also what it allows you to do is coat the wick in a little bit of wax, which some say gives you a longer burn. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'll take my beautiful Mizensir that has been burning. I will dip the wick right there. You see that? Minimal to no smoke, okay? And done. And that brings us to the end of our candle tips, but it's not the end of the candle brands that I love and want to share with you today. There's one brand that I truly love that encapsulates everything we've spoken about today. An incredible brand story, looks gorgeous, and is even a collectible item in my opinion, and that is Otherland. Otherland is a beautiful brand by my friend Abigail Cook Stone. I always say opening an Otherland box is like opening a collector's item or opening an iPhone. I mean, the packaging is gorgeous. She works with incredible perfumers, and this is Verdant Verve. I was close. It's all about green oak moss, neroli blossom, fresh thyme. I mean, just look at that box. You got little matches there. That is gorgeous. She always hits, she always wins. And I imagine this smells like the garden when you're playing in it, when you're young and carefree. Plus white flowers. Oh, I guess there's white flowers in the package. This is really, really nice. It's even like a little bit grown up and fresh, like grown up garden experience. Maybe like when you're in Europe and you visit a beautiful manicured curated garden, it smells exactly like that. This is gorgeous. And I truly, truly love that you can collect your candles, burn them, of course, and enjoy, but also collect them. Incredible work by this brand that I love so, so much. Thank you to all those incredible brands for the great work that you do in sharing your artistry. That is Mizensir, Wickers Creek, Source Adage, Otherland, and Voluspa. Incredible. And I hope you enjoyed these candle tips on Fragrance Day 2022. Thank you to the Fragrance Foundation for having me. Thank you, Linda, for having me. I truly, truly appreciate it. And remember, take care of your candles and they will take care of you. Stay lit, be lit, love, Sir Candleman. Bye, everybody.